Yes, people. Welcome to Saeed TV and welcome back to the preview show. It's been a while, man. I don't know when last time we did this, but it must have been a couple of weeks. Mainly because I'll be honest with you, I've not had an appetite to kind of preview United games because, well, we're shit in it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I
This
shouldn't even be
guy.
swearing, man. I shouldn't be swearing, man. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be swearing. But listen, Statman Bay's in the building. What are you telling me, Statman Bays? You good?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad, man. Listen, Everton this weekend. Big up to everybody who's watching. Yeah, by the way, no Charlie's on holiday. Big up to Charlie, man. I messaged him last night. He's on holiday. Adam is busy. He said he may come in, but he's got an appointment to go to. So listen, it's gonna be me and Statman. I tried to get an Everton van in, but he couldn't make it as well. So listen, you have to make do with Statman's shamelessness with Ronaldo in the background. You know what I mean?
This
It is
guy,
what it
man.
is. You know, look at him calling you there, man. Is that Ronaldo calling you there?
Nah. Don't worry. I wish you was Ronaldo, man.
Hey, listen, it's mad in the dunya, but big up to everybody who's watching. Please smash a like on the video. We have got a lot to talk about, by the way. It should be an interesting episode indeed. But we're going to bring you the latest with Ten Hag. Big up to AFC Ajax, the European lad, I think he's called, man. He's good on Twitter for sharing news about Ten Hag and about Ajax in general. So I'm just gonna put it up on the screen now. It says, as of now, there is no agreement, but chances are still high. Eric Ten Hag is demanding a lot from the players from the Manchester United. He wants the job, but only on his terms. He wants to be able to remove players from the current squad and decide new signings. You know, for me, I'm not rushing. You know, I want this to be as long as it is possible. You know, normally when you want a managerial, no, at least we got our man. At least we know that this is their demand that we want. But I'm happy for negotiations in terms of personal agreements to take as long as they want, because right now we need to understand that the Glazers are not in control. That this guy here is allowed to pick and choose who he wants, and he has a say as well. Not just going to be a yes man, which is good to see in it, Statman.
I think the best thing is it's not like United are negotiating a fee or something. Like, we know United will pay the money. It's about Ten Hag buying into the United project if we can sell it to him now. That's all it is. Ten Hag wants full control in terms of signings, which you could argue a lot of other managers haven't had at United. And I think this is perfect. I can't this is the best thing that could happen, in terms of Ten Hag is the one interviewing United in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Because end of the day, yeah, he's gonna have to want a say in people who are coming to the club. You know what I mean? And if his style of play isn't suited to what United, because we had a disastrous window in 2019, Statman, absolute calamitous one, to the point now we're having to kind of pay for it now. Undo the mess, exactly. So I think for me, this is very, very, it's good news. And for me, like I said to you, he's taking his time. Someone saying I wanted Poch, someone saying are United willing to give him that? I'm worried, I can't lie. You know what? This is the ball game, though. This is what you want to do. If United get exposed now, the fan base will be coming after them. And you know what it is? Every single time when Man United go after the Glazers, when you look at the protests, when you look at everything, they always give us something that they like, what we like. But now this is real kind of concerns if they mess this one up. This is one almost like
they're definitely going to buy into Ten Hag. The reason I say that is just look at the fan base. Like, you can probably argue 90% of the fan base want Ten Hag. Anyhow, Ten Hag's not a Manchester United manager by next season. Everyone's going to be furious. You think they're going to stand for this? They're going to be more protest kind of thing, because you know how United fans are, and that's how. That's why I'm confident Ten Hag comes in it.
Yeah, it's got to be the right man for me. Eric Ten Hag is good, but he needs powers to succeed. You know what? He needs the right structure to succeed. He's only ever known Ajax. When you look at his proper managerial role, has been Ajax. That's what he's ever known. Do you think that concerns you, the fact that?
If someone said in the comments they shouldn't listen to the fan base being come on, no good clubs runs that. I 100% hear it, innit? But I'm just saying, that's how United make decisions, kind of thing, innit?
And also, that just shows you how bad the board is, innit? That the fact that the fan base has probably better knowledge on Man United than the board.
Because let's be honest here, you could probably argue the board wanted Poch. You could probably argue that still, innit? Like, they'd be massive fans of Poch, but I don't think they're willing to give it to Poch now because United fans are all over Ten Hag.
Yeah, we're all over Ten Hag.
Yeah.
For me, that's the perfect kind of option right now for Man United to go and get. You know what I mean? It's almost, if we don't get this one, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. You know what I mean? But like I said to you, he's the man to involved. I've got a message from Mike. Oh yeah, he's just got here. Let me just see if he's available.
He's a right man. Randy improved as well. Randy might have improved it. You know what I think? What I really think United have done. I personally think Ten Hag's release was cheaper than Pochettino's, isn't it? That's why I think United are going with Ten Hag. That's just my honest opinion. I just don't have enough faith that United actually made a sensible decision in it still.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that now that he can get what he needs, or do you think there's still worry for you that he might not get what he wants in terms of, like, when he says players out here, it's very, very difficult when a lot of players are on high wages as well.
Yeah, the thing is, they say, like we said it with the David De Gea thing. David De Gea is on £375,000 a week. Imagine if he wants to get rid of David De Gea. That's going to be a tough ask for another club to take it.
Yeah.
Like, the mess is still massive in terms of our wage structure. Like someone like Anthony Martial, for example, I think he's on over £200,000 a week.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's going to be tough getting rid of all these players. Which is why, like, it's going to be a long process kind of thing.
Exactly. It's going to be a long process, but I just hope this is the right kind of they do it properly now, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, they normally they mess about with these kind of things, you know what I mean? Transfers, they make it long-winded. I just hope now that they truly are well and truly sort this out, because for me, like I said to you, it's the right option. I've called it the Klopp moment, because the way I called the Klopp moment is because how many managers did they come before you had Brendan Rodgers, you had this manager, you had that manager, all failed. And I feel like when they got Brendan Rodgers, it was a man who had done stuff previously in terms of building teams at Dortmund. You know what I mean? And I think now we can come in and say, you know what? If he's given the control, I feel like Jurgen Klopp has had control at Liverpool. If you look at the signings, we were talking about the signings yesterday, didn't we? Look how many signings haven't flopped.
I also think that's also that's also down to like Michael Edwards above and stuff, innit? Like the overall recruitment team has been incredible. Like, how many bad signings has there really been under Jurgen Klopp? And we looked at yesterday, barely any.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But listen, we're going to see what Ten Hag brings soon enough anyway. But we have got the game against Everton in soon. I think Mike will be coming in. I've just texted him. He said he'll come on for a little bit. But we have got a game against Everton. They're rock bottom, fighting for their lives, man. Everton Football Club fighting for their lives, man. I feel like they had an encouraging result against Burnley, though. I feel like they did battle against Burnley. I know it was 3-2, but how do you see this game panning out, man? You know what I mean? It's a big one, man. Everton away from home, we don't normally do well, if I'm being honest with you. We don't normally do well over there.
Listen, no excuses. I don't care what anyone says. We have to be Everton. Like, this is one of the worst Everton sides. You got one of the worst managers in Frank Lampard in the league, probably the worst in my eyes. The guy hasn't shown a good enough ability in his previous jobs that he's good enough to coach a defense. We have to beat these lot. Like, I swear the other day, Mason Holgate played in midfield or something.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch the game. I just watched the highlights. I didn't know he played in midfield, though.
I swear there was a video of an Everton fan complaining that Mason Holgate's playing midfield instead of someone like Fabian Delph.
The problem is Fabian Delph is always injury prone.
Yeah, but in terms of
reliable.
That's where Everton are just a shambles right now, innit? And I've always said this: Everton off the field, I don't think they have a director of football. Financially, they're struggling. I don't know if they have relegation clauses on the contracts if they go down. I worry for them.
We got Mike in the building now. Mike, can you see us? Are you there, mate?
Yeah, I can see you. Can you see me?
Yeah, you're a bit fuzzy, though. You're a bit fuzzy. Come back in and out, mate. You're a bit fuzzy. I can't really see you. Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said to you, Everton are a bad team. But the problem is, though, we've got our problems as well, man. You get me? We're struggling to score goals, man. I know we scored that freak result against Tottenham, but we are struggling to score goals. Ronaldo is back. Your boy is back. But like I said to you, there's no guarantees. You know what I mean? That Ronaldo scores. You know,
we got a couple
away
injuries
from
as
home.
well.
How many goals? Yeah, we got a lot of injuries.
I'll be honest. You know that one injury that I'm worried about? The Shaw thing. Because you know how
Yeah.
much I don't really rate Alex Tellers like that, innit?
For me, I look at Shaw. Yeah, I think for me it's time to go now with Shaw.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's
Genuinely
time to
do.
go in it, but I'm just saying for the rest of the season, I think he's still our
Mm.
best left back. I think
Yeah,
Varane, I don't know what you think about that, but I'll be honest, I'm frustrated, man.
bro. Listen, you have to speak on it, man. Someone saying there is a liability. You know what? I wouldn't call it liability, but I think for me, big up to Mike. I think for me, there's concerns over Varane's fitness because it is getting a bit worrying that he is seeming to miss game by game. You know what I mean? Like he'll play for a patch and then he'll be off for a patch. Big up to Mike in the building anyway. Mike, how are you, mate?
Yeah, mate, good. You good?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Obviously, it's the game against Everton on the weekend. For everyone that don't know, Mike is an Everton fan, lifelong Everton fan. How are you
He's
feeling,
stressed
man?
right
Coming
now.
into this, yeah, he looks stressed, man. He
Mate,
looks
it's
stressed.
hard. It's hard, and it's hard. Like, you know, in my lifetime, that I, you know, in the football in terms of my lifetime, I don't remember Everton ever being in this situation. You know, I think that Everton are relegated. I think that we're done. I don't think there's any comeback from this. Our
Do you think
run's
so?
too hard. Yeah, I think we're done, mate. I think we're done. So it's really difficult
Wow.
for me to mentally sort of explain how I feel because I've never felt like this before. Like everything in my life is fantastic apart from Everton. Do you get what I mean? Like it kills everything. Every weekend is dead, everything. So it's tough, man. And we go into this game against you boys and you know, let's be honest, and this is no disrespect to Manchester United, but you sort of seem to be a little bit up and down at times. At times you've played really good football, maybe not find the net as much, or defensively at times you've looked poor, other times you've looked fantastic. It's just sort of like you don't really know what to expect from Man United. So this game for Everton, I would say is huge, but we've seen Everton lose massive games this season. Burnley was 1-1 Wednesday night and we lost it. We bottled it. So I'm expecting nothing from you boys this weekend, unfortunately. Nothing.
You think so?
Yeah, nothing.
Start, man. What do you reckon, man? Everton,
No, I think
are
he's
they there
right.
for the taking?
Yeah,
Are they there for the
100%.
taking?
Like I said this year with Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard, in my eyes, is probably the worst manager in the league, innit? I might be missing someone obvious, but in my eyes, he's the worst manager in the league. And I think, why should we not have confidence? Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but I look at the Everton defense. I think it's a championship level defense.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, I don't know how you
even
feel
with that
about
centre back that everyone wanted to buy. I'm sure people wanted to buy that
Ben
centre back.
Godfrey.
Ben Godfrey. A lot of hype around Ben Godfrey. You know,
Mike, how do you feel about your defense?
Mate, it's dead. I mean, Michael Keane. I mean, we could talk about championship defenders all day, but Michael Keane ain't even in the top 10 of them. You've got Seamus Coleman, who's like 76 at this point. You've got Mikolenko, who's coming. Obviously, it's very difficult for him. I appreciate that, obviously, with the situation in Ukraine, etc. But
absolutely,
he's not. He's certainly not a Premier League level yet. It's very early to tell, but he's not there yet.
You had Digne though, didn't you? You had Digne. You sold him, didn't you?
Yeah, we had Digne. So he goes out again, a creative player for Everton. So you know the only two defenders that I sort of look to is Godfrey and Mina. And Mina's been injured all season. He won't be back against you guys as well. So you're telling me that the defense against you guys is going to be a Holgate, a Michael Keane, a Ben Godfrey, and they've all got a mistake in them. And against the Manchester United side who need a win, you need a win for the top four race. You need a win. I just think defensively we're all over the shop. So it scares me. It scares me.
You know, the thing is that, man, see, I don't have any kind of, if we lose or we draw or we kind of win, for me, like I said to you, it's difficult for me to get up for this season because I feel deflated. Not as deflated as Mike. The different problems in it. Everybody has different problems. But I just feel like we've been let down by the United players time and time again. And it would, for me, be like, you know, it's written in the stars for Everton to go get a victory, a morale boosting victory. If they beat United, it literally gives them the utmost boost. You know how managers always get that one win to start off their managerial career.
That turnover kind of thing.
That turnover. And you know who better to give it to them? It's Man United, because you know what? One thing I'm going to tell you, mate, we don't fight. We don't press. We don't run. We don't do the simple things. And I think Everton will do the simple things. You know, they do it, but they don't have the quality. We have the quality. We don't do the simple things. And you know what? At home, bet your luck, stat man. You just never know. But you're thinking that, you know what? We wiped the floor with them. I don't see it. But I see that we're going to win 3-1. But I still don't think that it's going to be as convincing as people say.
It's not going to be a convincing result like how City will kind of treat Everton. Even though the City-Everton game was tight. But you know, when we face City, for example, the scoreline was 2-0. City battered us that day.
Yeah, of course.
I think we'll beat them, but I don't think it'll be convincing like that kind of thing. I still expect I'll probably go with 3-1 as well. Like we probably will concede a goal knowing United, but I think overall, I just think we're a lot better than Everton. Like in the nicest possible way. I'm not rating Everton at all.
But you are. Like it literally. I'll be the realist. I mean, this is one of the things that Saeed says. Realist. I'll be the realist Everton fan we got. Like, I'm going into this game expecting nothing. My team have bottled it game in, game out. We picked up a win against Newcastle at home, being 10 men. We've scored a last minute goal. If that's the hype that is surrounding Everton at home, it's a struggle. We are better at home, but we're going up against a team that, yes, they may not fight and they may not, move the ball well, or they've got the quality, but they don't quite do the right things with it, the simple things. Yeah, that's fair. But you've got an Everton team that don't really know what they're doing, on top of not having the quality. So yes, we pressed. Yes, we can be aggressive, but that aggression has got us 3 red cards in the last 4 games. That aggression.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Is Alan back, by the way? Is Alan back?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, that's the one I didn't want, because he's the one that can fight. And our midfield is very, very sloppy. Yeah, Alan, I wanted him to be out, personally. Alan is always one of them that can have a good game here and there. What do you make of front? Yeah, go on, sorry.
He will be someone that, depending on your midfield, I don't know who it might be. Say it's McTominay, for example.
No, it's not McTominay. He's out. So it'll be Pogba, Matic, and Bruno, I reckon.
I mean, yeah. So look at the players we're talking about there. Look at the difference there. We're talking about.
You wouldn't think so, but yeah.
You're talking about players on paper that can destroy us. Destroy us. Fernandes come to Goodison 2 years ago. Bossed the game. It was 1-1, but Fernandes was sensational. Got a penalty for you guys, if you remember. The issue I have is when the ball goes into Allen, it's if your midfield press him. If you don't press him and you give him that little bit of space to pick his head up and play that little 10-yard forward pass into our attacking players with the pace to Mari Gray and Richarlison to try and get in behind Maguire, maybe, then we'll cause you a few problems. But if you sit on Allen and our midfield, we can't get out. So that's how you neutralise.
How's your home form? How's your home form like? Your home form?
But our home form is again. I mean, we've lost 7, we've won 6. So it's better than the teams at the bottom, but it's nowhere near as convincing as usual. So I'm expecting a tough afternoon. I'm expecting a tight game. I think the best Everton can hope for is a 1-1. I don't think, like you guys said, I don't think you'll smash us. I don't think it'll be like a demolition, but I do think you'll comfortably see it out in the end. 3-1 is probably a fair result. I just hope, I live in hope that we do beat you. But if you was to ask me how, I don't know.
Yeah. I want to ask you about Frank Lampard. For me, I think, is he a good manager? I think there's elements of his things, what he's done at Derby, Chelsea, that is respectable with the youth. But I feel like when you get to when it comes to the nitty gritty, you know what I mean? I think it leaves a lot to be desired. Do you think he's that sort of right manager that Everton needed at that point? Because you sacked Benitez. Was Frank Lampard the one? I know it's hindsight now; it's different, but were you always confident with Lampard when he came in?
It was difficult for me. It was difficult. I had this debate on the Don Robbie show when we played Liverpool, and I said at the time, I says, look, for me, We need someone who's going to get us out of trouble. And I said that in November or October. I said it early, because I could see where it was going under Rafa. Did I think Lampard was the right man? At the time, I thought at least his fighting mentality would help. You know, the fact that he's been a successful manager. I felt like our younger players, like the Anthony Gordons of this world, the Ben Godfreys, they could learn from him maybe and nurture themselves and learn some of those traits. But the simple fact of the matter is, he hasn't necessarily got that experience to get us out of this mess. So, in hindsight, no, I probably wouldn't have appointed Lampard. But at the time, I was fine.
This comment here? What about this comment here?
Yeah, we were definitely going down under Rafa. We'd be down. We'd be bottom by now. We were pants. We were awful, man. So for me, in hindsight, it's a tough one because there weren't many options either. You know, there was maybe Rooney from Derby. There was maybe bringing Sam Allardyce back, and we're talking about a team that's had £580 million invested in
a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money, you know. And they've, you know, that he spent a lot of money. That is it called? What's the owner called?
Mashira, Farhad Mashira.
Mashira, yeah. He spent a lot of money. You're about to go into a new stadium. Is it next season or the season after?
The season after was the plan. But I'm telling you now, if we get relegated, that stadium's done. There's no way.
I think so.
I don't. We won't come straight back up because of the financial mess we're in. We won't come straight back up. We'll lose all our best players and we'll be left with a deadwood. Michael Keane, as I said earlier, is not a top championship defender. He's a mid defender at best. So you're then talking about who's the midfield? Tom Davies and Andre Gomez. You're having a laugh. Rondon up front. You're having a laugh. So we've put ourselves into this mess, and unfortunately, you just have to accept it. It is where we are. I don't like it. It's what it is.
What do you make of Man United this season then? Obviously, we've not been great in terms of, you know, our expectation this season. What do you make of the whole stuff about United, and, you know, what do you want to say about United, really?
No, I think it's been interesting with United because for a few reasons. So, firstly, when you look at the season as a whole and where Man United are, in terms of things like goals. So for example, in Premier League, they've scored 49 goals or something, 50 goals. They're not in the top 4 for goals. They're not in the top 3 for goals. So when you've got the addition of Sancho, for example, and you've got Rashford, and you know you brought back Ronaldo, etc., you're expecting to have got a few more goals, in my opinion. So that's Absolutely. A hindrance. That's a hindrance. But then when you look at the defensive stats, and I'm just sort of double checking a few things now. When you look at the defensive stats, Man United are joint for 10th, which is with Burnley and Southampton. So again, what I'm seeing is a team that's got this ambition to be top 2, top 3 this season, and to build on that. What you're seeing is a team that can't score enough goals to do it and can't keep enough clean sheets to do it. After signing Varane, after bringing in Sancho, and you sit there and you sort of think, well, what manager can get the absolute best out of this Man United team? Because the quality is there, but it's just somebody unlocking it. And there is a few keys missing, in my opinion. I do think you need an out-and-out centre forward quality. Harry Kane, Haaland,
not Ronaldo.
Yeah, but he's 36. I don't think you should be building a team around a 36-year-old. I think you should be looking for youth, looking and going forward. Your team's progressive. It's a young team. I think it could be dynamic. I like Ronaldo. I like Ronaldo. I always like Ronaldo. I back Ronaldo as the best player on the planet. I'm not one of these messy, like, I am Ronaldo. Hard work, drive. He's an inspiration to many. But in my opinion, for Manchester United to take that step from being top 4 challengers to being top 1 challengers, they have to invest in that young top quality talent. And that's where Man United should be. The Mbappes, the Haalands, the Kanes. That's where you should be, in my opinion.
Not the Ronaldos, yeah. What do you reckon to that one? What do you make of that one? It's interesting what Mike said.
Mike, do you think Pickford's better playing out from the back than David Hill?
No, I don't.
Nah, trust
To be
me,
honest, I don't rate either of them.
Look at this guy. Oh
nah,
my
I'm just
lord.
asking, innit?
Yeah, I
Saeed,
don't
you
think-
know, we have to ask that.
I've
don't-
just asked Mike his opinion on what he thinks, and
Nah,
I've said
you
to
know what
you,
it was, yeah. I can't stand Saeed smiling. You know, he's a proper
What?
rattler. You know.
listen, Mike, Statman Bays loves Ronaldo, hence the backdrop. And we've kind of given them that reality that Ronaldo isn't that player anymore. And I think Statman is still living in the dream that Ronaldo can still do what Ronaldo used to do. Is that true?
What are you asking me?
Statman, you'll know this. What is the goals scored and the points won with Ronaldo in the side and Ronaldo out of the side?
You know, we haven't won a game since Ronaldo's come without.
What?
We haven't won a game since Ronaldo's come without. When he hasn't started, we haven't won.
Yeah, but he could have started against Man City, but where was he?
Yeah, but all I'm saying, when Ronaldo hasn't started, we haven't won any single game yet.
So,
Like, I personally
again,
think-
he's only missed
don't
2
get me
games,
wrong.
hasn't he?
Nah, it's like 5. But like, you can say Ronaldo is a problem here, but I don't put.
I
this
never
season
said that
down to
Ronaldo's a
Ronaldo.
problem. Never.
No, but I'm just saying, innit?
Never. Yeah.
I don't think Ronaldo's a problem. I don't think it's a
No.
problem. I just don't think he's the future. Like he
Everyone agrees
stands
with
for where you are now.
that.
Top 4 challengers, and I'm not saying Ronaldo couldn't get into a top 1 challenging team. I'm not saying that. I think Ronaldo's still got a lot. There's been games in the Champions League this season. I can't quite remember the one where he carried you through it. If I remember, yeah.
Tottenham.
So
yeah,
there's no doubt in my mind Ronaldo can still turn it on, but Ronaldo 10 years ago could turn it on every single game, every single minute, every single moment. He could light up a game. I just don't think Ronaldo can do that quite as much now. And I think the future is bringing in a Haaland, teach Ronaldo, educate the boy, get him into those positions. Ronaldo aerially was fantastic in his youth. Get Haaland in the box, tell him where to be moving. He's got that pace. Get him on the ends of crosses. I'm telling you, if you utilize Ronaldo, you learn from him. You'd be a boss team next season. It's just. I wouldn't hang your hat on him. That's what I'm saying. I just wouldn't hang your hat on him. And the issue you have, in my opinion, is your other number 9s, your genuine out in the middle strikers. There just isn't those options. And Lukaku wasn't the right fit for yourself. So obviously, he went a few years ago as well. So
can't stay fit either. Injured again.
Exactly. So for me, the 2 players you go for in the summer is either Harry Kane or Haaland. No, and I truly believe that.
Ronaldo isn't going to teach anyone. He only cares about himself. Wow, Kieran's going in there.
See, I don't believe that either.
Yeah, someone asked a question about Everton. What has actually gone wrong? Give me one thing that you reckon has gone wrong in terms of Everton Football Club? Has it just been a gradual? Where did you finish last season, by the way?
10th.
Yeah, so it was a fairly decent season. So this season, I don't know, but I just feel like for me, when you got teams like Stoke and all these teams, when they just fall out of maybe something's gone wrong somewhere and then it all crumbles. I think that might be Everton. There's always that team that's been in the Premier League for years and then all of a sudden they get out. There's always that one club. I think it might be Everton's team turn now. I'm not sure, but I just feel like there's enough quality to get them out of there. But Burnley, I always say Sean Dyche, always respect Sean Dyche. He knows how to do it. It might not be what you like, but he knows how to do it. Maybe Everton are trying to fancy their way out of it and make it look pretty and play maybe pretty football and play out from the back. I don't know, Mike. I just feel like maybe you've got to play relegation football, get the 1-0 scrappy win, sit back and, I don't know.
You've mentioned this a few times. You talk about quality against mentality. So that's exactly what Everton and Burnley is. So Everton, on paper, have more quality than Burnley. But Burnley have a better mentality for being at the bottom of the league fighting than Everton. Yeah. So what wins through? Now, we proved on Wednesday that Burnley have that mentality and that little bit that they need to get a result. Everton can't defend. If you was to say to me, what's that one moment? So we started this season fantastic. Like,
I know.
we went to Old Trafford. We got a draw with you guys. Tom Davies probably should have squared it, right?
Should have
All that
squared it.
stuff.
Yeah.
We were literally 1 point away from having our best start in Premier League history. Last season, in Boxing Day, January, we were second or third in the league. Like, we were flying under Carlo at that point. And I genuinely think the moment where it all went wrong was probably the third or fourth home game defeat, which was probably Watford at home. And the reason for that is
the 5-2.
This was under Rafa Benitez. This is where the fans have started to turn on him. There was no way that a former Liverpool manager is going to get that back with Everton. It was never going to get it back. It was never going to get the fans back on side. And it just deteriorated and deteriorated from then. The players' confidence was on the floor. 1 win in 14, not good enough. Everton have actually only picked up, and this is a scary stat for you, Everton have only picked up 10 points since October 17, which is the worst in any division in the top league in the world. Like, we are horrendous. So when you put it like that, it's the opinion. It's just the mentality of these players. These players have bottled it, and unfortunately,
similar to us, man. Similar to us, to be honest.
This is what you say. Your expectations are obviously higher than Everton's, and rightly so. But your mentality issue is you can't. These players you've got who are good enough on paper, in my opinion, just haven't quite got that up there. They've got the quality. They ain't got this. Everton is exactly the same for the job at hand.
But you know what? The last 2 times I've been to Everton ground, 4-0 and 1-1. You know what, man? Obviously, last season was a good result, and you know what? You should have beat us that day because Ollie was under immense pressure. I think he was 1 game away from sacking in it, Statman. I think that game where we won.
We played them twice, innit? Last year, how good is once in the League Cup as well, when I think we won 2-0.
Yeah, we won convincingly that day. I think we balled out that day. But I just feel like for me, you know what in your team have you got hope in? Richarlison's always is an enigma. You know, you've got Alan on his day can boss it. You've got what else is there?
You're mocking it, Saeed.
No, I'm not mocking it. I'm just trying to see who's
you
around.
You can name someone like Calvin Lewin, Damari Gray.
Yeah, Calvin Lewin, Kamara Gray.
But this is So look, when you play in the Premier League, in my opinion, any player can cause you a problem. I mean, look at Alan St. Maximum at Newcastle. Let's be honest, he could walk into most teams in the league. So Everton have got threats. We've got threats. But
I like Gordon. I like Gordon. He's direct, but I like him.
Yeah, but again, you're talking about two teams in essentially 2 different leagues. You're talking about a team that's at the very well, not necessarily at the very top of the Premier League, but is fighting to be there. And you've got a team that, let's be honest, is championship standard. Not even top championship. We're talking mid. We're talking 12th in the champ. So we are in different divisions. And when we talk about our threats, Richarlison is in there. I like Richarlison. Yeah, he's the Brazilian for a reason. Calvert-Lewin on his day can score goals, can get in front of a man. But he's been injured from him. He's been injured. He's come back
and it's too much modelling. The modelling, man. This is another Rashford, isn't it?
Wow, it's just and then when you're talking about the other players, Damari Gray, fair enough, but he hasn't scored. He hasn't scored in 3 months.
Townsend started off well,
but he's injured. He's out for like 8-12 months. He's done. So you're talking about 3 players, which are Anthony Gordon, Calvert-Lewin, and Richarlison, and maybe Damari Gray thrown in there, that can cause you problems. You've got Doucouré, who's probably going to go up against Pogba. Pogba is a better version than Doucouré, so that's
yeah. But Kondogbia stopped Pogba against Atletico Madrid, and I always think that Kondogbia, Doucouré is similar sort of players that can ball carriers, similar ball carriers.
But Doucouré hasn't been doing that. He's been picking up the ball and playing it backwards. Andre Gomez won't be anywhere near the team. He's a League One standard player. He can.
Wow, that is damning that man. He's former Barcelona player.
Mate,
crazy, isn't it?
It means nothing. It means nothing. Delafeu was former Barcelona, ended up at Watford. So,
Yeah.
So this Everton team going forward on paper is okay. They miss a number 10. They miss that creativeness. But
that's one thing. You so I've always noticed with Everton, right? Why is Everton just never have any like number 10s? I mean, apart from James Rodriguez, you never ever buy number 10s. What is it though with Everton?
The problem we had at one point we had too many. So, like for example, we had Sigurdsson as well.
No,
so
you had Sigurdsson, yeah,
James
obviously that one.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Then a lot of that.
Used to have that guy Pina. He used to drift in as a number 10. You know what I mean? He used to drift
Yeah,
in, play like a 10.
Rooney. We've had over the years as well. We've had 10s. My issue is, in my opinion, instead of going for Dele Alli in January, they should have gone for Ericsson.
Oh, that's been a disaster as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, they should have gone for Ericsson instead of getting El Ghazi. So Aston Villa could afford to sign Luka Dean. They should have got a centre back.
El Ghazi. He's a good player, El Ghazi. What's happened to him?
He just don't get in. He's played 6 minutes. So
I don't know if it's just the manager or it's the player.
You're talking about the management. So you're talking about the chairman, the owner. These people have destroyed our football team. So it doesn't matter who comes in. The mentality from the top down is dead. So I almost wish this guy would just sell, just leave. But the damage is already done. Everton going to the Championship, it'll be financial oblivion for them. So it's not looking good.
You think there's any chance Frank Lampard gets sacked on the weekend if they lose?
I think there is a chance, yeah, because I still think, which is in my opinion, I love it. I have no hope we stay up, but there is still Everton fans that have hope. They still believe that we're a big club, a titan in the Premier League, and all of this. Never been relegated, etc., etc.
Would you take Ollie? Would you take Ollie?
No chance.
You're mocking me. Fully mocking.
No, but you know what? That's for the Ollie fans that say, you know what, it'd be a club at Everton. I tell you what, he relegated Cardiff. Exactly, relegated Cardiff. It's different when he was managing all these luxury players that he had at United. He could never, do that job at Everton. You need a strong personality, Everton. David Moyes was that person.
Well, this is the thing. It's sort of like, would Everton be in this situation if they hadn't sacked Sam Allardyce? Would they be in this situation if Carlo Ancelotti hadn't left to Real Madrid? Would we be? It's all hindsight. The problem is the owner is still the owner. Like, we hate him. I hate him anyway.
We hate our owners as well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can relate to that. Like, if Everton go down, it'll be protests. Honestly, the stadium won't be standing after. It'll be raw. So I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the game. And
are you going to the game, by the way?
No, I've come away. I've come away for Easter with a little one, so I've got a ticket right now.
Talk to me about Donny van der Beek, because he started off decent. He started off well. He's tailed off a little bit. You know what I mean? Give me the pros and cons to Donny van der Beek as your opinion as watching him, because you know what, I feel like maybe we've seen more of him at Everton than we've actually seen him at United.
So the cons. He's not a bad player technically. Like he's got good ball control. He is prepared to put himself about. He's not the quickest. The pros, again, I'm struggling to find pros to Donny van der Beek because he hasn't been creative. He hasn't been a number 10. He hasn't really been a number 8. Maybe he's been played out of position at Everton, but I'm seeing nothing that suggests he gets the ball up the pitch quickly. I'm not really seeing anything that's suggesting that he'll have an effort from goal from, say, 20 yards. I'm not seeing him run into the box to try and get that second ball on a rebound from a shot. So I'm not singing and dancing over him. And there's a fact, Everton signed 3 attacking players, Anwar El Ghazi, Donny van der Beek and Dele Alli in January. And we are now on April the 7th, 8th. And they've not contributed an assist or a goal. So that speaks volumes for all 3 of them. So look, by all means, I don't think he fits in Man United. I don't think he's anywhere near the level that that anyone thought he was. And I think, and I'm going to go even further than that, he was likened to Davy Klaassen. Everton signed Davy Klaassen, and Davy Klaassen did nothing in the Premier League, and he seemed to be very good for Holland and Ajax. The Premier League ain't for Donna. It ain't for Donna.
You know what, man? That's a harsh reality, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to hear that, stat, man. What do you make of Donny van der Beek? Has he got a future at United? Do you think there's too much damage been done? Where them 2 years.
The reason why I still think he has a future at United, Ten Hag comes in. If you're a new manager coming into a new team, like you want to have certain players that you can trust, and you trust Donny van der Beek for what he done at Ajax. So I still think
Donny van der Beek. That was 3 years ago.
No, but a manager's still familiar with Donny van der Beek.
Okay,
He's more familiar with Donny van der Beek than anyone else in this squad, which is why I still think Donny van der Beek has a future. Whether he performs at a high enough level,
more than you think, or more than you hope, or you're just hoping that he has a future. I think it's not a guarantee that Donny van der Beek starts for Ten Hag. I'm not saying
it's a guarantee, but I'm just saying he plays a lot more in my eyes.
The problem is I don't know what he produced. I don't know what his position is. That's my issue. Is he a 6, an 8, or a 10? And maybe you guys can help me more.
I think he's a 6, me.
No.
But I think he could also play as an 8. I think the 10 role he could arrive late in the box and maybe give us. But I genuinely think he's very comfortable as a 6. From what I've seen of him, he's very comfortable on the ball. He could play as I'm not saying as a lone 6, by the way. And as a double pivot, yeah. Maybe him and Matic, or him and if we buy Phillips, would be a good 2 ahead of a Bruno. That would be, I think, for me, a kind of an ideal situation. Is he a lone 6? No. But I think he could pair with someone.
See, he looked better in the Everton side when he was playing alongside Decore and Allen, but I still wouldn't say he was like ripping up trees or nothing. He wasn't like. It's not like I was watching him going, "Oh my god, he's sensational." He looked great on his debut. He looked brilliant, and then that was it.
Yeah,
you got Frank Lampard.
Yeah, well, Frank Lampard. You know what I mean? You've got to win, man. How is this relegation zone, by the way? Where are you now?
We're 1 point above the relegation zone. Burnley and us are on the same amount of games. We've got 1 game on Watford, and they are 3 points behind us, or 4 points. You still have to
play Watford, didn't it?
Say again.
You still have to play Watford, I think.
We've got to play Watford at Watford. The big games for Everton are all out of our hands. So, for example, Leeds have got Watford and Norwich have got Burnley, and we need Norwich to beat Burnley.
Fixtures here.
Our fixtures are horrendous.
Mate, I've seen them, man. They're absolutely
Liverpool,
horrendous.
City, Chelsea, I think.
We've got to play. So we've got to play Manchester City.
I think Everton are down, man.
Yeah, I think
Everton are down.
So we got to play Leicester, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester. Again.
Oh man, yeah, man, you lot are down, mate. Tomorrow, that's why. Tomorrow,
if you look at that list there, Everton, in my opinion, have to pick up either 3 or 4 points from you and Leicester, and we need to win our last 3 games, bar Arsenal, which is Brentford. Scroll down the screen a second. Brentford, Watford, and Palace. Them 3 games.
Yeah, Brentford, Watford, and Palace. Yeah, but Brentford, as you can see with Chelsea, on their day, they've got nothing to fight for. They could do something. It depends on if players go on honeymoon. You know what? Yeah. Someone says, "Hey, United will keep." This for me is honestly a storyline waiting to happen. Everton get the biggest result tomorrow. I just can see it. Well, I don't know about 5-0. They go into the game against who they got after that? Leicester, and they get a result there. Because remember, Leicester got Europa League. Have they got Europa League sandwich in between that, or have they got a little break? I'm not sure. But yeah, man, it's not looking great, man. Liverpool away, you never know with that one because it's a derby. But again, how many games have you won against Liverpool away from home? You've only won 1, isn't it? Or is it 1 or 2?
So the last season was the first time in 19 years.
There you go. So, you know what I mean?
And everyone won at Anfield last season.
Other than us.
Not good enough. It's crazy, man.
So,
Someone saying it. Please don't start talking about Phillips transfer with that sort of positivity. I don't want him at our club. You know, we've been linked with Phillips, Mike, but for
yeah.
me, I look at that sort of player and I think, yeah, man, but Leeds standard, innit? You know what I mean?
Wait, Said, I got a question for you. If Everton
Yeah.
do get relegated, is there anyone that you sign? Or
You
look
know
at?
what? Let me look, because you got to remember, you got to put into consideration emotional damage in it from the relegation, in it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of baggage to take from that. Not really, to be honest with
Take
you.
Calvin
I
Lewin?
like Richarlison, but I feel like for me, he's a bit of a, it's a player
Hot and
that
cold.
could hot and cold, isn't it? I still like him as a player, but it's hot and cold. He could do a job on the right side. He could play up front. Could be a second striker. Maybe Richarlison for the right price. But other than that, yeah. Mike, you've got to go, mate. But appreciate you coming on. Let them know where they can find you as well. I will put the title, the name in your title. But let them know where they can find you, mate.
Blue Boys Network. You've seen me on, on various shows on YouTube as well, Don Robbie, etc. So, just come and subscribe, guys. Really appreciate the support. You'll be seeing lots of rants, misery, crying, heartfelt, raking. Any of your support would be appreciated. And Saeed and Stats, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, Mike. Appreciate it, man. Big up to you. Good luck tomorrow. Either way.
Yeah, cheers, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Right, we're gonna do the team, guys. We're gonna do the team for the game tomorrow. You know what? Good chat with Mike, man. Good lad, man. Make sure you subscribe to him. BlueBoyzNetwork. That's his channel, people. I will try and put it in the description after the show, so you guys can subscribe to him, man. You know what? Go and subscribe because he's the only real Everton fan you get a lot of emotion from. Him and the Scouse guy. I forgot what his name is, yeah. But go watch them out, man. Proper channel, man. You know what I mean? I think they've just went above. Oh man, look at these guys, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Look at these guys, man. I can't even be asked even blocking them, man.
You put it on slow mode, didn't it?
It is on slow mode.
Oh,
but it's
swear
still
down.
Yeah,
you
man.
put on subscribe mode or something.
Yeah, subscribe mode as well. But at least you subscribed, didn't it? You get me? It is what it is, isn't it? Right. Let me share screen.
Was it road to 50k now, isn't it?
Yeah, roll to 50k, people. But make sure you subscribe, man. I want to get there by the end of the season, but listen, it's a good target to make, man. You get me? 2.5, less than 2.5k. I think I can get there. What do you reckon? I think I can get there.
Yeah, you're definitely getting there.
Yeah, hopefully, man. In the season, inshallah, man. Right, let's make the team. What we're going for formation wise?
Probably be a 4-2-3-1 again, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I think he's settled with that, Ragnick. But yeah, people, the best keeper in the world, David De Gea.
Yeah, whatever you say, whatever you say.
Yeah. You know what, man? Are people ready for Wan-Bissaka to return?
Nah,
or are you still sticking with Dalot?
It has to be Dalot. Let's be honest, we should have more of the ball against Everton, innit?
But you know what? Don't be surprised if Wan-Bissaka starts tomorrow because physical ground, away from home, he started to use Wan-Bissaka more for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe away from home he sees him. Wan-Bissaka hasn't played now since what game has he not played since?
Did he not play against Atletico? Nah, he didn't, did he?
He didn't, no. I think it was Leeds, Must have been Leeds.
Watford he played, didn't it?
Watford he played, yeah, but that seems like that's the last time you came, man. So Dalot 1 assist all season. Oh,
City as well, isn't it?
Sorry?
He played against City, right?
Yeah, City,
he did.
Yeah, Man City, yeah, Man City. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, we're gonna put Dalot at right back. Centre back pairing will be Maguire and Lindelof.
Wait, what do you think of Varane quickly, by the way?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. The injury news, it's not good, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have talked about it this season. I said he's getting injured a lot of times, man. I don't like that, to be honest with you. And if I'm being really honest with you, I would get rid of Bailly, I would get rid of Jones, and then I possibly would buy another centre back.
I think we have to buy a centre back because of Varane.
Yeah, I think we do. A lot of people don't think we don't. I don't think we can rely on Varane, which is a shame. You know what I mean? But his record is bad. A lot of Real Madrid fans told me, man, he gets a lot of niggles, not niggles, not long-term injuries, niggles in terms of like hamstring, calves, muscular injuries, you know
The
what I
thing
mean?
is, I think under Ten Hag, it could be interesting because Varane on the ball is a massive liability in my eyes, isn't it?
Yeah,
In
he
terms
is.
of in possession. Let's see
He's a
what
good
Ten
ball
Hag.
carrier, but he's not good
Nah, man, I don't even think he's that.
You know what? I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I've been watching him when United have been kind of like been forcing the play. He kind of gets the ball and runs with it, but not in a way where he runs into space like Maguire, but runs away from everyone because he's quick. He can run away from everyone.
You could argue Maguire. You could argue Maguire carries the ball better than Varane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. But Varane, like, he quickens up the play in terms of just runs with it, but then doesn't rally. He doesn't really kind of run with any hope. Just kind of runs with it, and then just kind of more enough times he tries to force it into Sancho, and then we lose the ball. If you know what I mean.
I really worry watching on the Ten Hag.
Yeah, I think look, bro. Not one person is guaranteed to start on the Ten Hag. Not one person.
No, but like in terms of stylistically, I think David De Gea is in trouble. I think Varane could be in trouble in terms of big calls to make.
Yep, I think it is. To be honest with you. So we'll see, man. Yo, big up to everybody who's watching, man. Please like the video, people. We'll be back tomorrow with the watch along, 11:30 people watch along. So make sure you tuned into Sai TV. Hopefully it's good watch along in it, you feel, because I'm fasting in it, so I don't need no stress for tomorrow in it, especially early on in the fast as well. So please, United, make sure you win tomorrow. Tellez at left back. This could be a sticky game for Tellez, I genuinely do, man.
Sticky game for us because we have to watch this guy play.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? I the thing with Tellez, what I liked about him was his tenacity and the fact that he always tried to kind of, I don't know, win the ball back. He's aggressive in it in terms of the way he tackles and whatnot. But I just
but in terms of like his mobility and athleticism, he don't have it.
Nah, mate, he's not, man. And the way he can't get up and down that pitch, man. There's a lot of times here. Ragnick has to kind of tell him, yo, get up. You feel me? Big up to Tapping Tobes. Isn't Tapping Tobes live? I'm sure Tapping Tobes was live.
I think
he just went off. He just went off now. Big up to Tapping Tobes in the building.
I think he's modded, isn't it?
Yeah, all right. Big up to you. Big up to Tapping Tobes. Tell us, is it good defensively? And his PNP is abysmal. Yep. Oh, yeah, man. Big up to you. Make sure people to subscribe to Tapping Tobes. Do not give Luke Shaw a contract. I personally, for me, don't think we should be giving Luke Shaw a contract. I genuinely.
I think Ten Hag could like Luke Shaw.
Well, look at this. What I mean, man.
No. He would like Luke Shaw more than he likes Alex Telles. Yeah, I'm saying.
But you know me, I said today, the injury today, it didn't make sense to me. Why did he take his bolts out?
Yeah, that didn't get.
Well, I don't understand that, man. You got to have serious questions now. Like, why did he take his bolts out now, but then not for the England?
It might have been.
Again, he likes England, didn't it? He likes England.
No, but it might have been the club's decision or something.
Well, listen, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
3 weeks
anyway,
of Alex Telles, man. Oh my days.
3-4 weeks, man. You don't know when he's gonna come back.
Long day.
Do you reckon it could be Pogba and Matic or Pogba? I think Fred should be starting. I think Fred's been one of our better players.
I don't play Pogba.
I don't play Pogba as well.
I go with Fred and Matic.
Yeah, I go with that as well. Yep. I know it sounds crazy, but you got two left footers, but it is what it is, isn't it? I think Fred sometimes uses his right foot sometimes. Yeah, big up to everybody who's watching. Keep pumping the likes up. Bruno Fernandes, been poor lately.
Performed well against Everton last time, though.
Yeah,
last season in the league.
He did. Sancho. This one for me is a sticky one, man. This right-hand side, man, I'm getting a bit tired of Elanga, man.
Nah, man, it's not sticky. Elanga still starts.
Yeah, but is anyone getting tired of Elanga, though?
No, but then,
I don't know, man.
If you're getting tired of Elanga, that means your expectations are too high.
No, I'll be honest with you, man. He's good in it, but I just feel like he just runs around, but does nothing.
Yeah, but then we all said it. Like, the guy's not that good, though.
I would have want Rashford to start on there.
Exactly. So you have to start Elanga.
I don't know, man. I feel like Elanga, yeah. The thing with Elanga is he's bright, his energy. But I'm being honest with you, man. He's not much. Like, you know how much the ball bounces.
No, but listen, he's still better than Rashford, isn't it? And that's the only other player we can play in the area. Like someone said,
Yeah.
Garnacho. Garnacho's playing for United's under 23s today against Chelsea. He's not playing.
Ilanga's better. Yeah, man. Listen, I just wanted to just put that out there. I think Ilanga will be playing, if I'm being honest with you. But I just feel like there's a lot of I think we might have squeezed the juice with Ilanga. And then your main guy is back. You know what? I'm glad he's back, man. I think I need some vocal point, man. I'm just tired of not seeing a vocal
now
point.
you're happy, yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy Ronaldo's back, man. You get me?
What are you saying? The haters are turning into Ronaldo fans now.
Listen, listen, man. I'm just kind of glad that we've got a striker up front, man. That we can find and we can, you know what I mean? Like it's been poor, man, not having no strike on the bench. Man United Football Club, man, no strike on the bench. I can't believe. Look at this guy, man.
And
look at this
you
guy.
haters, my old ones are starting to love me. That's what we're saying, Saeed, yeah?
This guy, look at this shamelessness. People,
No,
look
I'm
at
just
this guy.
saying, innit? Because you're saying you're missing Ronaldo right now.
Sorry?
You said you're missing Ronaldo right now.
What do you mean?
You said, well, yeah, you said you're missing Ronaldo, that you want him back up top.
Yeah, I didn't mean that one, though.
Nah, I'm just saying, innit?
What are you saying?
This guy. Nah, I think the poster says it all.
Look at this, man. This is what we're dealing with, people. This is what we're dealing with, man. But that is the team, people. But that's the team, people. Yo, listen, it is what it is, man. Midfield, there's not a lot of balance in there, but again, I think Matic can. You know what? Matic can sit deep, and then Fred can move, push on.
I'll be honest, I'm so happy Matic hopefully starts in it because we see the impact Matic makes on our team every single time. He's the only one in that midfield that can play with his face facing, with his back facing the opposition goal kind of thing. So good on the ball, and in terms of his progressive passes, speaks for itself.
Maguire, Lindelof, are you nervous about them too against Calvert-Lewin?
Depends what Maguire turns up in it.
You know what? To be fair though, are you confident with Varane in there with Calvert-Lewin? I'm not even confident with Varane in there with Calvert-Lewin because he's not physical. Varane.
Like the only thing is, like hopefully we're gonna have more of the ball. In my eyes, Lindelof and Maguire are both.
Is that good though?
No, but in my eyes, Lindelof and Maguire are both better on the ball than Rafa Varane in it. Which in that way could help us. But we'll see.
Yeah. Top 4 stat man. What do you reckon?
Tottenham is in Tottenham's hands, isn't it?
It's in Tottenham's hands, isn't it?
I think to get top 4, we probably need close to 18 points from 24, and we still have to play Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal.
So you think it's not possible, or
no? There's obviously a small chance, but man, is in Tottenham.
Is someone got
Tottenham's fixtures?
Have you got? Is it someone got a picture of like everybody's fixtures, like in one? You know, like normally how people say they're running for top 4. Have you got one?
No, someone might have in the chat though.
You're someone in the chat. Let me know if you've got the fixtures of the run-ins for Tottenham, Arsenal, and Man United. If you've got it, please let us know that we can put it on the screen. Because normally people do that and then they put it up. So
I think I'll be honest, I don't think Arsenal get it now because obviously the injuries and stuff, and I think them without Xhaka and Partey midfield's massive. I think Lokonga coming back in, Tavares starting. I don't have much confidence in them, and I think they drop points. And I think Arsenal had the hardest running out of us 3. United.
That's why I tweeted it, man. I tweeted it with Tottenham, man. This is Tottenham's time. This Conte, really is now
the best manager at the 3. They're starting to get 3 wins in a row. Yeah, they got the easiest running in my eyes. I know they start to play Liverpool away. They probably lose that, but the rest of them, I think they're winnable. I still think they have to play Arsenal as well, and they normally beat Arsenal at home.
Arsenal at home though. Tottenham need to go to Anfield, but listen,
we do as well, and we're both going to lose
as well. But I feel like they've got a better chance away from home than us. If I'm being honest with you, Harry Kane, couple of chances to Harry Kane. Boom, Son. You know what I mean? You just never know with Tottenham, innit? You know what I mean? I remember they had remember, was it 2 years ago where they nearly won? What was that game where they had a goal disallowed and that?
Was it when Wanyama scored that banger from outside the box?
Yeah, it could be that one, you know. It could be that one, I think. Tottenham have the easy fixtures, yeah. Wolves, I didn't know Wolves are playing tonight. They could go above us.
Newcastle.
Yeah, you know what? I might watch that, Might watch that still. But Startman, you go for 3-1, innit? I've gone for 3-1 as well.
Yeah. Like anyhow,
So-
anyhow we don't win, I'd be so disappointed, man.
Yeah. Well, there you go, people. That's your preview. I know it's
Right.
big up
That was
everybody-
cool one at White Hart Lane. Face.
Yeah, 4-1 out of LA. I was gonna say, yeah. So yeah, man, big up to everybody who's watching, man. Please smash a like on the video right now if you're watching. I will be here for the watch along tomorrow, 11:30 in the morning, UK time. I don't know where you are in the world. You know what? Big up to you, man. You know what I mean? Because some people are gonna have to be waking up at 6 in the morning, man. Why? That could never be me. But yo, big up to you guys. Salute you, man. Because I don't think I could wake up for United. If I'm being honest with you, I would just go back to bed and just let me know what the score is. You know them ones there, bro. So big up to everybody who's watching. You get me? It's a whole time for me, bro. Where you? Listen, bloody hell, mate. But yeah, man. Big up to everybody who's watching Statman Bays, man. I know you've like abandoned YouTube, but what are you doing anyway?
Might do the Tottenham watch long tomorrow. Depends, innit? See how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But United better win.
4:30 a.m. Wow, man. Big up to everybody who's watching. Let me know actually what time are you watching the game? Because we watch at 11:30 in the morning. So 12:30 kickoff. Let me know where you watch it. Vancouver. Wow, man. Big up to you guys. Yeah, let me know what time you guys are watching the game. 4:30 a.m. Big up to you, man. Let me know what time you guys are watching the game. 4:30 a.m. as well in California. It'll be 15:30 in Mauritius. Yo, that's a nice time. Yeah, man. Before 8 a.m. it's crazy. 5:30 a.m. Wow, big up to Zahaib, man. 5:30 a.m. Trinidad, 7:30 a.m. Iftar's about half an hour, bro. 1:30, 12:30 UK time. What game? Wow, United playing tomorrow. Yeah, man. So big up to everybody who's doing that, man. But big up to you. Keep liking the video, people. Like I said to you, 11:30 tomorrow we'll be live with the watch along. 12:30 kickoff, but we'll be live 11:30 with the team news. So big up to everybody who's tuned in. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe as well to Blue Boys Network. I will put the link in the title right now. Make sure you subscribe to Statman Bays, and we're out, people. Bless.